at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it's time. Better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's stuck like that. If it's up like that, it's stuck like that.
Sometimes my feelings are blind. Sometimes I can't even give it a try.
Sometimes I keep it inside, but still I cry. Still I cry.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing to start here is Tua. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Okay, ready? COVID-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. What I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
Second and 6.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 3, go. Solo left Zion.
They run once more with Taylor. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, but you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins had 10-6 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Cam Akers on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards.
First down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He's going to try and do this himself. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 23-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment. Running play.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Lawrence Cager, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it?
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Off the option. Akers hit. He coughs it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow. That ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Woods. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
All right, let's go.
A give for Taylor running right side. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
This is taken around the 12. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
2nd and 4. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
70 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
They go play action here on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a 2nd year.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Tempo 3, kick.
Play action, now it's Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
32 stinger.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 16. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff for the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. Certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. He's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They're going for it with the option lane. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hey, 21 here.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Sly on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Let's go. To the line.
Tua going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Achane. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow. There he goes, left side. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 77 yards. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Second and 5. Looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go ahead.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
All right, come on.
3rd and 8.
Once an Oscar. Let's go.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
20, TX.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Ready, set.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.